you know, I have a speech ይዤ ነው የመጣሁት። ነገር ግን እዚህ ተያዝኩኝ እናምጣው ያሉኝ ዲፕሎማት ማንኛውም ፈተና መቀበል መቻል አለበትና እንግዲህ ከንግግር የተነጥያለሁ በልቤ የተሰማኝን ነው ለመናገር መገደደው። መጀመሪያ በዲፕሎማሲው ልጀምር። I would like to really say a few words of some magic happenings that we meet when we are in diplomacy. Among those present here, there is an ambassador who presented her credentials to me when I was heading the United Nations headquarters based in Nairobi. And we met again here as an ambassador of our own country, and I received your credentials as well. I'm really happy to see you. Some of them were here. So destiny in this world of diplomacy, you can meet people where we have not expected them to be. Thank you very much. I'm happy to see you here. የዛሬ 6 ዓመት ገደማ 5 ዓመት አልተሳሳትሽም 5 ዓመት ከ11 ወር ከምናምን ቀን ነው ያደረኩት ንግግር የ18 ደቂቃ ነበር። ጥቂት ጊዜ ነው የነበረኝ ለመዘጋጀት። ምን እንደምልም አላወኩም ነበር። የደረሰብኝም አልገባኝም ነበር በቅጡ እና ነገር ግን 18 ደቂቃ ላይ ስታቲስቲክስ እዛ ላይ አለ ግን በግምት አቋዋለሁ ሴት የሚለውን ቃል 29 ጊዜ ሰላም የሚለው ቃል 20 ጊዜ ብያለሁ 25 ጊዜ ብያለሁ። ለራሴ አልዋሽም ለሌላም አልዋሽም። አቅጣጫዬን አሳይቻለሁ። በዛ መሰረት ለመስራት ሞክሬያለሁ። In my inaugural speech of 18 minutes, I mentioned 2 things repeatedly, by the way. 30 times the word peace, and maybe in equal measure 25, 26 women. Because all my life, from my early stage, I grew up being told by my parents that I can do anything and I can reach anywhere. ተጠያቂ ካለ ኮሎኔል ዘውዴ ዘረፋ ይባላል። አባቴ ነው እና እንደዛ ነው ተጠርቤ ያደኩት። ምንም ነገር እንደማልችል ሞክራለሁ እንጂ አልችልም ብዬ በተለይ ተሸንፌ የበታችነት ተሰምቶኝ ቤት መግባት አልችልም። 3 ታናናሽ እህቶች አሉ። ለነሱ ምሳሌ ነኝ። ደግሞ ሁሉንም ትቻለሽ ብሎ ነው እንደሚቻል ደግሞ እናቴ ስታሳየኝ ነው። በእውነቱ ይሄን ፎቶግራፍ ደግሞ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ ስለተጠቀማችሁበት። እናቴ የሰፋችልኝ ቀሚስ ነው። ልዩ ትርጉም አለው። ሞያዋ እሱ ነበር። So from 2018, October 2018, some of them are here, you know, Yelfin, Setawit, Dr. Sihan, Tugust from WISE, and so on, Ambassador Konjit, a few friends gathered to really brainstorm and see what I should be doing in order to show that the door that has been opened to me remains open. If it closes after me, then I would have failed in a very bad way. So not only to have this door open, but to keep it open. So we need to be many of us. And I've consistently said, I don't want to be the tree hiding the forest. The forest is behind me. The mass of Ethiopians are behind me. If we are 100 million, 120 million, 60 millions are Ethiopians, are women. So I have to be a good example to them, to do whatever I can so that they also say, well, we can dream and dream high. I never dreamt to be በበኩሌ ፕሬዚዳንት ሆናለሁ ብዬ ተመኝቸውም ታስቤውም ሎቢም አድርጌበት አላውቅም፣ ግን ማሰብ ይቻላል። I think by having a woman president, we have made the biggest message is that the impossible is indeed possible. So we have had this. I know that there was a lot that I could have done and couldn't do. Many shortcomings as well. But honestly speaking, I worked in a very difficult condition, as you know, the situation in our country. But in spite of all that, we managed to have these programs that our very able, my very able staff that I had around me did. And really, Blaine, I thank you for what you have said. You have been the engine behind all this, you and your other colleagues. I mean, they have all left the president's office through time, but they have remained close, and they are still advising me on what we should do, how I would continue, and so on. This is what we should be doing. We are there for a certain period of time. Then we leave. There was life before. You have heard about what I have done. And I wish to have life after. This is what you have to show for all of us. So, by the way, I heard some of you say you're still my president, but of course, you're still my Dr. Mulatu is still your president, whether we like it or not. So we will all continue. Once a president, always president. As we say, once an ambassador, always ambassador. So it doesn't come with the office. But in any case, I've been deeply, deeply touched by this initiative. And I have hesitated at one point. But at the end of the day, I think I took the right decision to really attend this occasion. Because it has to be known. What we have been doing has to be known. Not only that, it will have to continue. The mentorship program has been amazing. I have seen those young girls. You can't imagine, the enthusiasm that they had. This will have to continue. You don't have to be in office to keep it. It shouldn't be me doing it, but we have to go. And whoever is ready for that, I'm here to support. The mentorship program, my dream, by the way, is to have a national mentorship program. As you move on, you have to see left and right and look for the woman and support her. By the way, when I was Director General of the United Nations office at Nairobi, which is the only United Nations office away from headquarters in the Global South, I was the first dedicated Director General. They didn't have any. So I had a huge pressure in my own office from the worst of male chauvinism. Mani, you remember who I'm talking about. I mean, he was not helpful at all. Julia, maybe you remember that guy. But we fought and fought and fought, and then I called all the women leaders of the agencies, funds program of the United Nations, and I said, we have to create a coalition and mentor others so that they can grow on the career ladder. If they have interviews, let's prepare them and so on. So by the time I left, I managed to have a parity in my senior management, and I received a very good encouraging letter from the Secretary General at that time. Of course, the glass is half full, because there is a lot to do. But we need to have an inclusive society here in Ethiopia, and it cannot be inclusive without women. I'm very happy to see. I remember when I first met someone, Desse, Yabatuan Simbicha, Bethlehem Desse. Betty was a young girl with her blue jeans, and I said, look how she has changed. She has become a mature woman. but the energy that they had and so on gives you courage really to continue. እና ብዙ ስራ አለን አብረን መስራት ያለብን ሴቶች ቀና እንዲሉ ሴቶች እንዲከበሩ ሴቶች ምንም የሚያግዳቸው ነገር እንደሌለ ለማለት እኔ አንዳንድ ጊዜ በርታ ብዬ እናገራለሁ ማለት የተሰማኝን እናገራለሁ አንዳንዴ ሳስበው ባልለው ይጠቅም ይሆን አልጠቅም ይሆን ግን በጣም ማምነው ነገር ይሄ ልበሙሉነት courage ምናምን ተላላፊ ነው courage is contagious it's very important so የምትሰማኝ ልጅ የምታድግ ልጅ ብናገር ምንም አልሆነም እኔም ራሴ በረታለው ውስጥ ያላምቅም ምናምን ትላለች ከተነገረ በኋላ ምንም እና እንደሱ መሆን አለብን ብዬ ነው ይሄንን ባልፍ ምን ያረጋል ማለት ሊሴ ተመረ ፈረንሳይ ሀገር ሄጄ ስንሰለፍ ስንጮ ምን ነጻነት ባይቶ ሁላችንም በዛ መሄድ ይኖርብናል ሀገራችን በሚጠይቀው ሀገራችን በሚፈቅድልን መንገድ እኛ ምን መሆን እንዳለበት እንትን ማድረግ አለብን ለማንኛውም የሀገር ጉዳይ አይደለም እዚህ ምን ነጋገረው ኦልዶ የሴቶች ጉዳይ የሀገር ጉዳይ ነው ነገር ግን ሴቶችን ማብቃት ሁላችንም መሞከር አለብን it's a lifelong commitment it didn't start in 2018 when I became a president we have to continue empowering our women and they have the capacity to do that every